Our NewsNation senior story producer Paula Froelich has closely tracked this case. Sources are telling her now that Savannah Guthrie may not return to the Today Show after her mom was apparently kidnapped. Of course, this has been an extremely traumatizing experience for Savannah and her siblings. Their mom just taken in the middle of the night, the ransom notes being sent demanding millions very publicly. And weeks later, still no word on where their mom could be tonight, even though the family assures the kidnappers that they will pay their demands. For more, we are now joined by Paula Froelich. Paula, appreciate you taking the time on a Saturday night. And I understand your sources are saying that Savannah just may not be returning to the Today Show after this. I think all of us can understand that. Savannah reportedly saying that she feels like her mom was targeted because of her, realizing that her husbands, her kids, her siblings could become targets as well. What more can you tell us about this report and overall how Savannah is doing now?
I mean, Savannah's a mess, obviously. We've seen it. We all empathize. And, as you said, people would get it if she needed a very long break. First of all, we don't even know where her mother is. We don't know if she's alive. We're all hoping she is. But life for Savannah is very different right now. And it's going to be different going forward. She has to worry about not just her mother, she has to worry about her sister, her brother, her two children, and her husband, because this is the unimaginable horror of what she's looking at. And going forward, there will be security for everybody at all times, because this absolutely came out of the blue. And I think she's really concerned that it was because of her job. There was that Today Show where they did the at home with, and she took viewers to Tucson. She's introduced viewers to her mom before, and people with bad characters could easily look at something like that and say, oh, this is an elderly woman who lives alone. Okay, we're going to take advantage of that. And it's just, I don't think she can function right now very well.
Of course not. And we still don't know a motive here. Do you believe that there is more behind the scenes that the public does not know about why exactly Nancy could have been targeted and kidnapped here?
I think there's always more than the public knows, because, of course, the police and the FBI need to keep things very close to the vest. However, there are things, again, leading back to the at home with, and people seeing this. And people also understand, Savannah is very high profile and her salary is in the millions. This has been printed before. So unfortunately, people say, oh, yes, this is an easy mark.
Yeah, and tell me more about the At Home With segment and her inclusion, for all of the viewers who watch the Today Show. Were there enough identifying characteristics there where someone would have been able to piece together where this home is, the address of it, information? As you say, there are opportunistic people out there.
Unfortunately, AI and Google are very good. Most people can find out the address of almost anyone in this day and age, unless the house is bought by an LLC or a private company, which most people don't do. So it's actually very easy. And looking at this video of her with the at home, it's very easy to look at someone and say, okay, she's not going to be well guarded. I can find out where she lives and everything about her in, I don't know, 10 hot seconds.
I hear it.
It's terrifying.
It is. It is terrifying. I really appreciate you coming on and talking about this tonight. Paula Froelich, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Thank you, and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.